We come from a background where our ancestors, our forefathers, our great-great-grandfathers have an amazing work ethic. We've always had a phenomenal work ethic. We were hunters and gatherers. We developed architecture. We developed agriculture. We knew the seasons in planting. We were not lazy people. If we were lazy people, you and I would not be here today. And that's the work ethic that's ingrained within us. It's literally in our DNA. Something happened between that period till now has resulted in a lot of lazy Papua New Guineans.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Nogat Less Manh podcast. We are here back in Life Gymnasium. If you don't know where Life Gymnasium is, it is a gym located inside of Holiday Inn. I'll put all the links in the description. You can find out what you want and come join the gym. And if you do join the gym, please feel free to come approach us and say hi. Anyway, we'll go back right into it. As usual, I have my host, yours truly.
Hey, I'm Chan, aka Mr. Yellow Beanie. Back
And-
again. I'm not fired, so
Chan's still here,
my
guys.
30-day trial run period is ended. I'm permanent now, unfortunately.
Premium Chan has arrived.
I like that. Just start an Instagram, Premium Chan.
Yeah, you should put Dream and Premium Chan in you. Anyway, we're getting sidetracked.
So Yellow Beanie is you now.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
Chan Yellow Beanie.
Okay, we have our guest. His name's Jordan. Jordan, how do you pronounce your last name? I don't want to get it
Saladi.
wrong. Saladin.
Saladi. Not
Saladi.
the Arab, but Saladi.
Oh,
Without the
Saladi.
N at the
Yeah.
end.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, so we all call him Papa Jordan because he's Papa
Because he's
Jordan.
old, but anyway.
I am very old. Big Papa Jordan.
But yeah, Jordan is an architect. His profession he's sort of like our Papa in the gym. He's the heaviest lifter here.
I
And,
claim to be, but
Yeah, no, it's
He
literally
claims to be, but he is.
He is. He's just kidding.
Just follow his Instagram too.
close
Yeah.
for
For
behind.
proof, for the receipts.
Freddie Underlay.
Yeah.
We'll put his Instagram below so you guys can follow him. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Matthias, I'm supposed to look in camera. Yep, my name is Jordan Saladi. I am an architect. I'm an architect.
You own an architectural firm.
And yes, I am an architect, and I run a small architectural firm in Port Moresby. We've been operating for a couple of years now, and that's basically me. And I love coming to the gym and being around these lovely young men, and just lifting heavy stuff.
It's fun.
Always.
Nice. So Jordan is a bit humble to say this, but he's also president. You mentioned this.
Yes.
I was just about to say, you're
Yes.
also president of the
Architects-
Architects Institute. Is it
Architects
Institute or
Institute,
Association?
The PNG Institute of Architects, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So I just found out today that there's an institute.
Surprise.
Yeah, sorry. Like I learn things, you know.
We're very quiet. We're not like the engineers who are really out there.
Did you found that?
No. It's always been around.
Yeah.
I think we've just we've tried to get the name out there a bit more.
It's probably because I've heard of it because you're the president. And I was like, oh, okay,
Probably,
yeah.
most definitely, but
Like,
yeah.
if we didn't know you, we probably didn't. We wouldn't.
But it's pretty huge that you run like a very small firm, but then you've been selected to become president of such an esteemed association amongst all your peers.
Well, that's
They voted
true.
for you, yes?
They did vote for me. I think over time, what we found was as our seniors started to they felt they needed to pass the banner
Yeah.
and the baton, onto the next generation of architects who were there, and I thought I'd give it a shot. I've been there for, I think this is my third term,
Nice.
and
How long is the term?
I think it's 2 years.
Okay.
I've lost count.
Old
yeah,
age.
It is probably old age. Probably the fact that I slept at 5 a.m. Anyway, I digress. But yeah, so been doing that for a couple of years now. We've been really trying to get the institute out there. We're like you said, a lot of people don't know about the things that we do, what we're a part of. But basically, Institute is here just to serve all the interests of the architectural professionals, the architects, those who are involved like in project management and just generally construction documentation in the industry. There's so much more. Just giving you a bit of a quick brief. We just basically serve the interests of the architectural community in the country. Yeah.
That's awesome.
You don't have beautiful buildings without good architects.
Yeah.
So we're of the school of thought that good architecture influences good behavior. So if you provide bad architecture, you have a lot of bad behavior.
Correct.
So
Yeah, that's good.
therein lies our idea or the concept to want to create something that we can relate to. You can't get an idea overseas, try to implant it here and expect it to work.
True.
You know, Papua New Guineans are very different people. We relate to things differently as opposed to the West or in Asia.
Yeah.
So that's where we come in with a more contextual approach to the work that we do.
Nice.
Well, that's the dream. Doesn't always
Well, you're
work.
doing good so far.
Yeah, well, that's my firm solely focuses on that idea, where work should be contextual. It should not be driven by function or form. Those are important. So in architecture, there's two things. They usually say form follows function. So you got a beautiful building, and then you try to put a function in there, or you get a function, then activity in the building, and then the form is defined around that activity.
Right.
We add in
Nice.
another quality or another variable and say, no, form and function should follow the context. And that's what my firm tries to, I guess, put through in the work that we do. So far, the idea has worked. It's always work in progress. We have a very young team, about 7 of us, and yeah, we're moving from strength to strength. So we're really excited for 2022, and yeah.
But that's great. Like, I mean, I didn't know there's such associations like this to like keep tabs on what's going on, especially in our, architecture.
Oh, you have to. You have to. Something like the industry is a multi-million kind of industry. The work that we're involved in, not just us, but the other firms, you're dealing with government money, you're dealing with funding.
So this is just the industry as a whole.
As a whole, but you've got funding from DFAT, from New Zealand, from America, from China. You've got all of these different things going on together, and you need to have people that are in these positions that are competent to able to handle these projects. And ideally, we want our people, Papua New Guineans, to be in there. If not doing the job, at least learning from someone that's there. And that's where we try to. That's the only way we can learn,
Yeah,
We're a
and I
developing
think
country.
Papua New Guineans they learn better from each other. So
Correct.
it's a different, what's the word, like context when somebody from outside comes and tries to teach them. We're a bit hard-headed to that, but when someone in our own kind, who's successful in the field that they're trying to teach or whatever it is, we are more open to accept it. I reckon.
That is a valid point. Having said that, we welcome. We're people who learn through experience. We're
Very visual learners. Yeah.
Correct. So you bring someone who, we try to bring people, or we try to get ourselves involved with people who have a lot of knowledge that we would like to get. So we have dialogues with them. We want to have an exchange with them, and bless these people who come into the country who want to do work and just literally share all that knowledge with the professionals. And those are the kind of people you really want to be close to.
Yeah.
You do have a lot as well who are present in industry that kind of like to cling and hold on to certain things, and don't want to release something. Oh, you might get my job.
Very insecure.
And I think that's seen a lot in the industry. But what you find if you're more, I guess, more forthcoming with trying to teach and give other people opportunity, I find a lot of doors tend to open up. So I'm very liberal in terms of knowledge, especially when I share with the staff. I don't hold back anything when it comes to trying to understand the profession that I'm in. And that's the same context that I take when I'm in the office and I'm in the gym. I want everyone to have the knowledge that I have, and because the more you give, I believe God blesses you with more wisdom and knowledge that you can continue to share. Literally, one of the graduates in the office said, you pour yourself out for other people, and that's pretty much my approach.
And then you get filled.
Correct.
In other ways.
Absolutely.
It always comes back to you.
Well, that's it.
You reap what you sow.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it's good to have that quality because the world is a harsh place.
Yes,
You can
absolutely.
share what you have, you can share kindness, you can share knowledge, you'll get more in return. And you'll
Absolutely.
build, everything around you will be more forthcoming for yourself.
Well, that's it, bud. It's hard to be greedy.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort to hold something back. It's a challenge. You're always in strife. You're always, I can't let this guy. And like, it's stressful.
Yeah, it's
You know,
is.
when you just allow yourself to just really give people, pour yourself out to someone else. If you see that they're curious for something, teach them. If they're hungry for it, show them. And I find as a professional that really helps me develop as well. It compels me to also want to learn more.
Yeah.
And it's always a never-ending process in terms of learning, especially in the profession that we're in, architecture, and you're in the creative industry. You all are in there. You understand the importance to be original. You understand the importance of having some sort of an identity, and that's why you need to be always aware of what's happening all around you. And so when you continue to give, you find yourself, okay, I'm giving this, I can't keep on sharing the same thing all the time. I need to better myself as a professional.
Yes.
I need to, learn what's out there. I need to understand what's relevant. I need to get all this information that's around the world, and I need to then somehow.
It's very overwhelming, isn't it?
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah.
insane, because creativity and like in the construction industry, building systems change all the time. There's always a new.
And then technology and
Correct.
software is evolving as well. And
Absolutely.
Then the coming up of AI as well.
Well, there you go. Well, we slowly starting to see that filtering into the industry as well. The way we
crazy.
collaborate with all the different consultants has changed since 5 years when I started. So you've got to be relevant.
Yeah.
And then not only with that challenge of being relevant, you've got to get that relevance and channel it into a form that is presentable within the Papua New Guinean context.
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely.
That's a challenge, but it's a very rewarding challenge to overcome. because,
Absolutely.
from a design perspective, for me, I can easily tell that Papua New Guineans are so good at branding because it's in our culture. We've created 700-800 cultures, all
Correct.
uniquely different and specific to our own regions, and that's branding as a whole.
Absolutely.
And then you look at our traditional buildings as well. We have our own style. So I don't think it's really about educating like our own people
Yep.
to something new. It's just tapping into what's already in our blood, in our blood,
Agreed.
and just teaching the trends or the tools that you
The
need to
tools.
just bring
Yep,
that
absolutely.
creativity or what's already inbuilt. Our ancestors have passed it down generations
Definitely.
of the generation.
Absolutely. Just like what you do, Chan, Shock 23, you're able to capture the essence. It's a form of contextualization.
Yeah.
When you get an object, you abstract it, you get the essentials. So you're not doing something literal. You're just getting the idea, what makes it the object that it is,
Yeah.
and then you're putting it and wrapping it around this presentation. But when they see it, they see the presentation, but at the same time, they see that abstract that you pulled out from this traditional idea that you've had, and that's why your work is so relatable. That's why you have all that admiration and you have all that following, because people want to be associated, identify with something that's theirs.
Yes.
In a world that's so full of people, so many different identities. Everyone's trying to be this, trying to be that. You got people, Papua New Guineans just want to see, there's so much things out there. But I want to connect to something that's Papua New Guinean, something that's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that's relatable to themselves.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Even if it's not literal, it's just like the idea of it is there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I see it. And I think that's the exciting part of creativity nowadays. Like so many young people are coming up
Exactly.
with just like, they're just taking traditional ideas and just with a modern twist, and you can just see it and you can just identify, you can just be very proud of it.
And I see it with what all of us do here. Yourself, Matthias, we come from a background where our ancestors, our forefathers, our great-great-grandfathers have an amazing work ethic. We've always had a phenomenal work ethic. We were hunters and gatherers. We developed architecture. We developed agriculture. We knew the seasons in planting. We were not lazy people. If we were lazy people, you and I would not be here today. And
Definitely.
that's the work ethic that's ingrained within us. It's literally in our DNA. Something happened between that period till now has resulted in a lot of lazy Papua New Guineans.
Oh, mate. You
Entitled,
said it. You said it.
spoon-filled.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
see
said
that?
it, brother.
You see
said
that,
it.
brother?
Honestly.
And the fact that even this activity, the fact that you're here, the fact that you want to pursue all of these things, you have an understanding of what it means to work hard. You know what the result will be when you're done working hard. And even if you don't get the result, you're still going to keep pushing through and working hard. And that's what it is. Sometimes our people back home, back in the day, they don't get the harvest that they want. Doesn't stop them from going back to the garden and planting again and doing that again. You know, doesn't stop them from going back into the sea and fishing. You know, survival. Yeah, they needed they needed their family line to be established. They needed to survive, and that's why they did what they did. And we're not in the traditional, back home in the village anymore. We're in the modern context. There's no reason why that mindset should be any different.
Yeah.
You know,
It's the same.
Absolutely. That's why lazy people didn't survive in the village.
Yeah. What really I think made me really excited, I guess, was that I found out about the 5 direct principles. I think I forgot what they're called, but they're the ones that the pillars of our Constitution.
Yep.
And the 5th one is it talks about our cultural heritage. It's written into our Constitution,
the
and that's
source of
how.
our
Yeah, and like you talk
Absolutely.
about like our ancestors' work ethic and their lifestyle. Like all of that was taken into account, and it's the pillar of our actual Constitution.
A lot of people don't know our Constitution.
Yeah, you can find
They
that.
don't
You
know
can
that-
Google that.
Yeah, they don't know that like our culture is binded with our laws.
Exactly.
People have to get educated on that. Actually, I might drop
put
a
a
link.
link.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
gonna put a link.
Especially
I'm gonna
like
put a
Take
link,
this
yeah.
opportunity,
Especially the 5 directive principles, the 5, those are like the main points, and then
Yep.
the Constitution just breaks and it explains everything. But just the top 5 is just very hard and to the point, and it just like hits hard. It's just like, oh, we're Melanesian, this is what we do, this is who we are, and this is what we want our people to be and to become. And that's, those are the principles that Sir Michael Samara and all our founding
Yeah,
fathers,
absolutely.
they built this country upon. So
Oh, dude, absolutely. Incredibly important. It should be integral in everything that we do today. And like I said, doesn't matter what industry you're in. You could be in the creative industry, you could be in the agriculture industry, you could be in the media industry, whatever that may be. If you can cling on to those principles that kept your family surviving throughout hundreds and hundreds of years, there's no reason why those same concepts, precepts should work today.
Taking that into the gym, mate, I'm gonna just tell a story real quick. So day one in the gym.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna reflect on myself because I feel like it has so much to add to this. So I came in, I was in a mess, trying to sort myself out. I came in, I was on the treadmill, I came off, Jordan was doing his crazy deadlifts with Papa Eric, they were just, you guys were getting into it. I was like, man, this guy. Sitting there catching my breath. He walks up, looks at me, and he's like, welcome home, buddy. That changed my whole perspective on the gym. I swear to God.
Yes.
That was the moment that I
that's
realized.
the Jordan effect.
Yeah, that was the moment, like you made me realize that this is what I should be doing.
Matthias, when you...
And all it took was a hello, That's
Yeah.
Well,
No, that's the thing. He didn't say hello.
yeah.
He's like, welcome home, buddy.
Jordan is a vibe. Like Jordan is a presence and a vibe.
I was like, oh, that changed my whole oh shit, I'm here now. I'm home. I have to mate. I
Matthias,
just wanted to say thank you, man.
brother, you're welcome. You're most welcome. I know how it is to be in a space where you are learning how to start and immediately get intimidated by people who appear to be more advanced than you. And I relate to it 100%. And I promised myself in the future, if I have the opportunity to make someone feel welcome or to remove the jittery initial vibes that you get when you walk into a space like this, I would always take it. And the moment you walked in, I said, perfect. This young man belongs in this space. This is your space. Let no one else tell you otherwise. And I have so much respect for your journey. And the fact that you're there, it means you're willing to work.
True.
And that, to me, speaks volumes about the kind of person that you are. And I keep saying this. The guys who come here and work the hardest in the gym, they work the hardest in their offices, in their places of employment. And the fact that they're doing that takes a lot of humility. And you think that gyms fill a lot of ego lifters and all that kind of activity. Yes, they are, some of them. But from what I've seen, they're not the majority, especially in our beautiful gymnasium here.
Yeah.
Like, goodness me, you got Vic over here.
Yes.
Love this guy.
He's pointing to our producer,
Absolutely. Sorry,
Victor.
the producer
Shout out to
behind the
Vic.
camera. You know, you see all these brothers, you know. Numa, you got all the boys, those two Missing and Strong boys, Mea and
Oh,
Junior.
man, those guys.
Yeah.
Like,
Legends.
man, my knackers. Like, I love these boys, and I literally love this place. You walk in here, you see the brothers pumping, you see them with the music on, you see them focused, you see them hyping each other. You know,
Yeah.
that's how we should be in life as well.
Exactly,
Yeah.
We should be
exactly.
hyping each other for the big lift, for the small lifts, for whatever that you're trying to put your heart and your mind and your soul to.
Yeah, that's what I really enjoy as well. It's everybody pushes each other to be better than themselves. Like
Always.
it's not very competitive. Like we're competing against each other.
No.
We see each other as goals to try to achieve.
Yeah.
But then it all will come down to the no, mate. It's always you versus you. So you know, what are you doing? And we try to push each other just for you to be better than
Absolutely.
yourself. Like if you can't lift the 7, that's fine. But how much did you lift last time? Can
Exactly.
you beat that this week? You know, that's I think the culture that we're creating in this place.
And it's working.
Yeah.
It is honestly working. I mean, not just from these podcasts, but when they see our stories, they see the posts. I got a guy message and say, "Oh, brother,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going to join
leaking
you.
into-
You know, I want to join you. I want to be a part of this." And I was like, "Brother, there's nothing stopping you." You know, I keep telling these, you know, my colleagues and the friends in my circle. You know, they say, "Oh, Jordan, we want to come to the gym." I was like, "What's stopping you, man? During the week, on Fridays, you spend like $300 just to buy drinks for your mates. You know, you can't come and pay 40 kina just to come spend a day in the, you know." In a place like this,
Yeah.
you know, too many excuses.
It's all excuses, mate. Like
Always.
when people say 40 kina is a lot for the gym, I tell them it's an excuse. If you can buy a cotton,
There you go.
can come to the gym.
Exactly.
If you can go out and drink with your friends, you can come to the gym. But that's not an excuse.
Precisely,
If you're
dude.
gonna spend 200-300 kina on food, you can come to the gym.
No doubt at all.
Like,
But then you can
seriously.
take the same reason why you're drinking and then just release that energy in the gym. It's better. It's like I've had bad days where I just want to deadlift the whole day, and it's so
can
good.
relate.
Like at the end of the day, you just feel so good. It's like, oh, you can. I mean, it's the same. Like you don't have to be like, oh, I want to come
Yeah.
and just be healthy. You can just like, oh no, my life is shit right now. Like I'm going through a breakup, whatever. It's like, yeah, just come and just learn how to exercise.
Work
and-
your pain. Work your pain.
Yeah, because the thing about exercise is it releases this, I forgot what it's called. It's called endorphins.
Endorphins.
Yeah, and that's
yeah.
like the happy hormone.
There you go.
Is it a hormone?
It is,
And- yeah.
correct.
So it just makes you happy at the end of the day. So why not just throw your money at something that's just going to be
Yeah.
like a healthy way to deal with whatever you're going through
I mean,
in life.
absolutely, man.
Yeah, after a workout, you get this high. This
Yeah,
energy,
it
like,
is, it
oof.
is.
Like you're feeling good, you know, like you just walk from here down.
You
you
sure is
just-
it because you get that high, you see yourself a little bit jacked up.
Yeah,
and-
yeah. you feel a
Yeah,
little
and then
bit,
it's like addicting. I mean, like, and then people start to notice it, and they're kind of like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
I'm
just
gonna
like
continue.
Victor.
Yeah,
man. He was walking in and after his pump. I was like, "Mate, you look good."
there you go.
And going back to what we said earlier about progress, everybody's on this deadlift journey, and I know the boys. Chan mentioned this sometime, but what I wanted to step on was like progress. So progress. Who said it? Tony Robbins said it better.
Yep.
He said progress is a part of happiness, a big part of happiness. And we chatted about this earlier on, but I just wanted to share it with everyone. If you don't have progress in your life, you'll find that you're so miserable.
Yeah.
And I've noticed the pattern in like all the boys that came on was that they were seeking progress, and coming to the gym allowed them to see small progress. Like, oh, I lost this amount of weight, or I lifted this amount of weight this week. And that same idea, they applied it to their lives. So like, oh, if I can do this, if I can lift this, I can get a new job. If I
Absolutely.
can do this, I can leave this job and get a better one. If I can do this, I can save money. That's all. It's like it goes hand to hand. So coming to the gym is not just about getting jacked. It's a therapeutic process.
It is.
Totally agree, brother.
Yeah.
It's a very good process. And if you think I'm bullshitting, come for yourself. And then you'll know. You might say, they're already in the gym. They're just, gym's expensive. Those are just excuses.
Worth the investment.
That's it, man. That's
If you're willing to put this simply, I told this to one of my friends the other day. He has like expensive phones, which cost like $3,000. He asked me for an annual membership fee, like how much.